So there's lots in the news about things opening up and a return to some sense of normality, or at least a time scale and a horizon for returning to normality. Even though for many of us working in the events industry, that timeline still feels a little bit uncertain and a little bit unsure for the rest of the year. But nevertheless, some positive news coming out almost every day now, which is great. But I think the most important thing for all of us, whether that's still at work, whether that's returning from furlough, whether that's facing the prospect of redundancy, which is a reality for some, or whether that's changing career or using this as a platform to spring forward to a freelance career or a new business or something. Whatever position you're in, I think the most important thing is how you show up. And that's how you show up online, how you show up in real life, how you show up at a job interview, how you show up in any aspect of your career and your life. And for me, how you show up relates to three things. It relates to self-awareness. That's being true and knowing what your values and your beliefs are. It's about self-expression. It's about having the communication skills and the ability to put forward your thoughts, your views, and your conviction around your beliefs. And those two lead to the third thing, which is self-confidence. And self-confidence is always so important, but it's even more important in the current environment. And it's why I'm launching a coaching program called From Invisible to Influencer for event professionals. How to become as unforgettable as the events that you organize. Because sometimes the work of the events industry and people in it is a little bit behind the scenes. People see the end product and have an amazing time and a great experience. They don't always know who's behind that. So sometimes there's a little bit of an undervaluing. Sometimes there's a sense in which we could be doing more to get recognized for ourselves and pursue our career and our businesses with conviction. So the coaching program will be a combination of two things. It will be a combination of over 25 years of working in PR and events, doing hundreds of media interviews, doing hundreds of presentations, doing hundreds of meetings and complex stakeholder projects. So it'll be all the tips and tricks that I've learned from doing those things, together with a coaching program that explores who we are, our beliefs, our purpose, our values. So it's a combination of those two things, because knowing who we are, being able to express it, that's what gives us confidence. So we'll be learning about ourselves, but we'll also be learning how to speak without notes in any presentation. We'll be looking at our conviction around our beliefs in our values, but also conviction in job interviews and how to get those things across. And we'll be looking at how to handle setbacks, how to be resilient when things probably, as happens occasionally, doesn't quite go our way. So we'll be looking at handling setbacks, but also handling tricky questions that you may get either in a job interview or if you're a panelist on a trade show. How do we deal with those things? How do we deal with those questions that come up that we're dreading or we don't want to answer? So we'll be looking at that real combination of self-awareness and self-expression and how that gets us to a level of self-confidence. Now, initially, I only have space for 10 people on this program because I want to make it a real intimate and an amazing experience for those people who are on it, because the community of those 10 people will also be an incredibly supportive environment on the journey. So drop me a line if you want to know more about this, or have a look at my LinkedIn profile. There's more details in there, but I'm really excited about From Invisible to Influencer, and I would love you to be part of that.